What's up, guys? So we're gonna talk about female gamers, or gamers that are female, or females that play video games. And I'm wearing an appropriate t-shirt too. I didn't plan that. I'm just kidding, I have it scripted. So the last video game talks that I did was about gamers in general. And mostly, I kind of stayed away from the female gamers because I wanted to do this. So it was mostly like male stereotypes. So now I'm going to talk about female stereotypes. And they're very different. They're kind of similar but different in many ways. In my opinion, they're both wrong. Like there should not be any distinguishing factors when it comes to playing video games or being a gamer or whatever. There was this one person not long ago that was like, why do you have to put the title of gamer? Why do you have to say that you're a gamer? And I'm just like, what? It's not that you're putting a title on yourself. I mean, some people do like to put titles on themselves and they're like, oh, I'm a gamer. But, I mean, what else would you call it besides saying, I play video games? That's like, takes way too long, at least in my opinion. I just say, oh, I'm a gamer. Or something like that. I mean, not always. I don't always say that. I sometimes say, oh yeah, I like to play video games. But when you're writing or something, you want to make it short. So, yeah, it's like, I'm a gamer. And if you want to distinguish what kind of gamer you are, I'm a hardcore gamer. So first, let me say, I don't know why I feel like saying this before I start, but I feel like I should. Just so that you guys don't get, so you guys might not get the wrong idea as to why I'm doing this. I've never been like a female advocate, like freaking girl power and like feminism all the way. I've never been that type of person. And the reason why is just because I think it goes both ways. A lot of things. Females are slightly subjugated more back then than now. Now they're not as much. But there still is a slight difference between males and females when it comes to, like, say, job opportunities or job payments and stuff like that. But I think males have a lot of pressure on them, too. Females have pressure on them by society. But I think males do, too. So I don't think it's very one-sided. And that's why I'm not, like, a huge feminism advocate, because I think it's not as one-sided as feminists state. So now let me just get into the topic. Here's one thing that really annoys me about the video game industry and gender. They've got it so wrong. Like, they've got it, at least some of them, not all of them, they've got it so twisted. And they think they're being very gender happy, very appealing to both genders by doing this. And this is gender neutral games. And it's just like, what is that? What the hell is a gender neutral game? I mean, if you stop to think about it, like, these people do these polls to see what females want to play. And because they're saying there's not enough females playing video games. And it's because the video game appeals more to males. And it doesn't appeal to females. It doesn't have anything in the video game that appeals to females. It's more geared towards males, like the male perspective. And I'm like, what? Where are they getting this stuff from? Like, is there a definition somewhere that I don't know about that says females like this and males like this? When I was younger, I used to be a total tomboy. I was a total tomboy. I'll even admit, when I was very young, I wanted to be a boy. I was like, why wasn't I a boy? But then I got out of that stage. I'm still kind of a tomboy. I guess I could consider myself a tomboy just because of what I like. Like, I like a lot of guy stuff. And that's because I grew up with it. I grew up between two brothers. I was really close to my dad. I was more close to my dad than my mom. So I grew up liking boy stuff. And I had, my best friends were almost always boys. and I felt like I could relate more with boys. So I grew up loving the Ninja Turtles and all that stuff. I didn't really like Barbies. I didn't like anything girly. I loved sports. My mom wanted to get me into ballet, and I was like, oh hell no. I hated ballet. She still put me in there, and I was like, it was like a chore every time I had to go do that. I wanted to play soccer. I wanted to play baseball. I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to do all that. And the funny thing is that I was more athletic than my brothers. My mom put them in baseball, and they hated it. And I was always like, why can't I go into it? I love that stuff. So I grew up like that. And I'm not the only girl that has grown up like that. There's so many girls that have grown up like that. And society always, and I guess the best image of society in my case is my mom. My mom is such a great representative of what society expects from females and what society expects from males. She was always like, girls aren't supposed to like video games. And girls aren't supposed to like boy stuff. And I'm just like, she doesn't like to accept that I'm still into this stuff. She wants me to be a little more girly and stuff. I mean, I am more than I used to be. Like, sometimes I'll dress like, whatever. And then sometimes I will, like, be in my girl stage. And I'm just like, oh, I want to look nice. And so I'm like, I'm a little bit of both. So when they talk about these things, it just confuses me. It's just like, where the hell are they getting this stuff from? When they're trying to appeal, these gender-neutral games, like, what the hell is that? They're trying to appeal to the male's perspective. Okay, who are they asking? Are they asking those, like, really, really girly girls that like to play, like, Neopets and like to play freaking Barbie Adventures or the Harry Potter games? Is that who they're asking? Because I love Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 4 was one of my favorite games. I love freaking Gears of War. I'm like a huge Gears of War fan. That's like a total guy game, in their opinion. The Lancer, dude, I could rip somebody's face off with the Lancer and I'd be like, yeah! So I love all these guy games, and I don't see them being like appealing to males. Because if they were appealing to males, technically, I wouldn't like it because I'm a girl. Right? That's what they're saying. It's like they're putting a definition on it. And it's like, oh, girls, I'm a girl. Girls want to play games that are more geared towards them. What's that supposed to mean? Like Barbie games or what? Like freaking dress-up games or like how to put your makeup on? That is such a stereotypical gender statement, what they're saying. And they're trying to be they're not trying to be sexist. They're like, oh, we've got to put gender-neutral games, but yet they're being even more sexist by doing this because they're thinking that girls want to play games about makeup, Barbie, and freaking, I don't know what, ponies. So it's that gender stereotype that we've all known since day one. Boys like blue and girls like pink. Boys like guns and girls like puppies. There are some people in the industry that say that the term girl gamer or gamer girl or any other form of that, like gamer chick or whatever, female gamer, is counterproductive or even an offensive term. And the reason why is because you need to be specific in the title. I don't consider that term to be offensive or stereotypical because true gamer girls, like real gamer girls, and by gamer girls, I'm not saying like we're some like a subspecies or something like that. We're not. It's like I said in the beginning, it's easier to say that. It's kind of like saying like I'm a baseball player. You know, it's not like, oh, I play baseball. I'm a person that plays baseball. I'm a baseball player. It's faster. True female gamers, true gamers that are girls, won't call themselves, or won't even, maybe they might, but they don't really care if you call them a female gamer. Like me, I'm not like, I'm a female gamer. I'm a gamer. So true female gamers will call themselves gamers. And the ones that are that do call themselves female gamers, I'm a girl gamer, they're more proud of being a female gamer than they are of playing video games. But in my case, when I do specify that I am a female gamer, or I am a girl gamer, or I'm a girl that plays video games, I specify when I'm talking to an audience that doesn't see me. Like, for example, in blogs or writing or something like that, or where you're like a description of, like, say in my channel, my YouTube channel, my description, or your description in Facebook or something like that, I put, I'm a female gamer, or I'm hardcore, I think I put, I'm a hardcore video game, or I play video games, and yes, I'm a girl, or something like that. The reason why I say that is because a lot of people, and I've had this my whole life, and it doesn't bother me. I'm like, whatever. Especially when I had really, really short hair, if you guys remember that. When I had short hair, a lot of people would ask me, are you a boy or a girl? And I'd be like, whatever, you know. Sometimes I could look like a boy. If I tried, I could look like a boy. And I could look like a girl, too. So that's why I specify, I'm a girl. I'm a girl that plays video games. Because people automatically ask me, are you a boy or a girl? And sometimes people ask you, or sometimes people ask, not so much because they can't tell that you're a girl, but because they're like, are you serious? She plays video games and she's like hardcore about it? No way she's a girl. Not because I'm a proud female gamer. It's awesome to be a hardcore girl that plays video games. Not because you're a girl, like I said before. It's because you play video games and because you love them so much, and you probably play them more than a lot of guys, and people just don't think that these people exist. People don't think that these girls exist. They're just like, what? Like there's some subspecies, like this new race or something like that, that is like hidden somewhere that nobody knows where they are. So I'm proud to be one of those girls because I'm like, hey, we do exist, we're right here. And we really love games. You know, the stereotypes are wrong. Like, a lot of stereotypes. Like, oh, all girls play Wii games, or they play Wii Fit, or they play freaking Farmville, and they love The Sims. I've gotten so many comments from guys on YouTube. People saying, go back to the kitchen. Now, a lot of these are trolls. You can totally tell. They're just trolls. But a lot of them really they really don't think that girls should be playing games. So they'll say, go back to the kitchen, or they'll say, a girl playing a video game, what's this world coming to? Or something like that. And I'm just, that never bothers me. I'm just like, look, there's another one. I'm confident of what I do. I know I can play the games, and sometimes a lot better than a lot of guys that I know. I will never forget that my brother, my older brother, once said when I was younger, girls aren't supposed to play video games. And he was just repeating what my mom would say. So I was like, what? We started to duke it out on Street Fighter. And also in Mortal Kombat. I would whoop his butt every time in Street Fighter and in Mortal Kombat. And I'd be like, probably that's why girls shouldn't play, because they whoop your butt all the time. So these people that say these things, they think that they're like making me sad, or they're making me go cry every day or something like that. But they only look stupid. Like to me, they only look really, really stupid. I'm just like, there's another one of those idiots. I'm sure there's gonna be one of those idiots in this video, like in the comments, saying that. So yeah, if you're gonna say that, just know that you're gonna look pretty stupid. Here's another thing that I hate hearing: when people say, Females don't play video games because they hardly ever have female leads. I mean, do people really think that? Why? If obviously they do. If not, they wouldn't say this. I didn't pull this out of my butt. I read this stuff online, and I read this in several websites where they're just like, people or females don't like to play, or a lot of females don't like to play video games because there are no female leads. The female lead has nothing to do with it. I mean, maybe some girls might find that kind of like a turnoff, not having a female lead. Some girls, but I think it's a very small amount of people. What female gamers want is the same thing as male gamers. They want a good game. They want a good game with good characters, some fun gameplay. You know, that's what we want. We don't want no freaking, like, okay, you can have a stupid storyline, but at least the lead is a girl. And then the games that do have female leads, not all of them, but the ones that have female leads, like Tomb Raider, the Final Fantasy, was it 13-2 or whatever? I think it's Final Fantasy 13-2. The lollipop, the zombie one, the new one that's coming out. The ones that have female leads, they make them dress all skanky. Like they don't even have pants on. It's just like freaking underwear and that's it. And like they're all like boobalicious, and I'm just like, oh, that's not stereotypical at all. It's like, oh yeah, let's put a female lead, but let's still appeal to the males anyways. Oh my god. So it's so counterproductive for them to do that. It's like, then why did you even do that? If you wanted to avoid stereotypes, or like, if you wanted to capture a certain audience, then why did you, what, even then, I mean, when you have the opportunity to choose your gender, like say some RPGs, I always choose male. I mean, every now and then I'll choose female, just depending on how I feel, but I almost always choose male. I want something different. I want to try something new, something different. If I choose female, I don't know, I feel like I want to do something different. And then I prefer, and this is the case many times, even with males, gamers sometimes prefer to see the opposite sex when they're attracted to it. So I prefer to see guys, and a lot of guys prefer to see girls. So a lot of guys choose to be a girl, and a lot of girls sometimes choose to be guys. So it has nothing to do with it. It's like, oh, she can't identify with the main lead. Do they think we don't have any imaginations or something? Playing video games is all about the imagination. So just because you're a male character doesn't mean that you can't identify with the character. I mean, if the game is a good game, usually what you identify with is the lifestyle that they're leading, what they're doing, not because he's a male. Like, for example, Mass Effect. Femshep is so much more popular than Maleshep. And the reason isn't because a bunch of females are playing the game. It's not because of that. It's not because, like, Femshep is so popular because of the girls. No. There are so many guys that play as Femshep. And the reason is not because of identity things. It's because it has to do a lot with the way that the character is portrayed. I mean, Femshep and Maleshep are the same character. But the voice acting, many people consider Jennifer Hale doing a better job at voicing Shepard than Mark Meer. I think they're both great, but a lot of people can't stand Maleshep's voice, so they just go for Femshep. So it has nothing to do with identity. It's just the way that the character is portrayed, the way that however the player feels more comfortable, like, yeah, she's got so much more emotion and this and that. It's more about the character's actions. It's not about them being a male or them being a female. It's like, yay, I'm playing as a girl, because I'm a girl.